Going on, everybody? Nobody in here yet, so I'm going to give it a second. But today we're going to talk about anxiety and depression for a little while. So I get anxious and depressed and have to get off. What's up, CJ, Papa? How you guys doing? Hey, Ned. Nitro, how's everybody going? See if a couple more people come in real quick before I start rambling. But like I said a second ago, today we're just going to talk about anxiety and depression. It's not really a smoke sesh or anything like that. In fact, I won't even be smoking today because my anxiety's flared up to shit right now. Oh, well, good, CJ. Maybe you're one of the people I'm here to talk to then, because I need help, because this shit is new to me, and I do not like it. Do not fucking like it one bit. Yesterday was one of my worst events ever. I don't know if any of you saw my Instagram post yesterday, but I had to take my dog to the vet to get this growth on his ear looked at. And I had a panic attack in the vet's office. I started seeing stars, started sweating. I got really anxious. I think the doctor chick could see that I was freaking out, because after a minute of trying to explain to me what I needed to do with all these medications for his ears and stuff, kind of in the middle of her explaining it to me, she was just like, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and get your paperwork and get you out of here. So I think that she could tell that I was kind of freaking out. I don't know if she knew what was happening, but I think she could tell that something was wrong with me. Diesel, yeah, I've been walking my dog every morning. I go to the park and walk my dog every morning, and I'm trying to make that a longer and a longer thing every day. So I'm trying to do that. Yesterday really kind of fucked me up. The first time I had a panic attack was about 5 years ago, and I don't think I've ever told this story publicly before. But about 5 years ago, I had a really bad 2 weeks. In a 2-week time frame, my perfectly happy, healthy dog I had at the time, named Wheezy, was my first dog that I ever had personally, and was my absolute best friend. He was 4 years old, completely perfectly healthy, and out of nowhere his liver quit working and he just died. Within like a week, he went from being perfectly healthy to being, I'm in the vet's office putting him down. On top of that, I had lost $10,000 in a bad business deal, and I totaled my car. The only vehicle I had at the time. So I had all three of those things happen in like a 2-week time frame. And one day I was in Whole Foods in that time frame and had a complete fucking panic attack or whatever. I don't know what happened. Could have been a stroke, a heart attack. I don't know what happened. My vision went completely blurry. All I could hear was white noise. I couldn't see anything. I started fucking... My heart was pounding. I started sweating, and I'm in the middle of Whole Foods. And I just like mumbled to my old lady, I got to get the fuck out of here. Something's wrong. So ever since that day, 5 years ago, I've been dealing with anxiety and depression and not feeling right in my brain. I think I broke my brain that day in some capacity. And I've never felt the same since. I've never felt like the person I was before that day since that day. Never felt like the same person. I mean, that's a constant struggle I've been dealing with. And it's fucked. And, most of the time, it's manageable. I get a little anxious in public scenarios and don't feel good sometimes. But yesterday really fucking threw me for a loop. It was the worst day since the first day. And I came home and jumped in my bed and slept all day and Spent the rest of the evening talking to somebody on Instagram. I don't know if he wants me to put his business out here, but somebody was helping talk me through it yesterday. And today, I wake up and I still don't feel good. I just went to the post office. I had to go to the post office. And just going to the post office was really hard today. The whole time I was in there, I had to keep telling myself, you're okay, you can do this, this isn't a big deal, it's just the fucking post office. So I haven't taken my dog to the park yet today. I only went to the post office. The next thing on my agenda was to take the dog to the park. And I don't know if I can do it today. I don't even know if I can go walk around the park. I really don't. Yeah, I'm really working on my diet. I know my diet hasn't been great, but the last month or so I've been really working on trying to fix my diet. Every morning, instead of eating any breakfast, I just wake up and have a glass of almond milk with some green superfoods. I don't know if you guys know what some super greens. It's like powdered greens and vitamins and stuff. And then I take 2 fucking multivitamins. And then I try to eat light throughout the day, have a balanced dinner. I also quit eating meat a few weeks ago, so I haven't had any meat in a couple weeks. Trying to go vegetarian. I've done it before, but I usually flop after a few months. But definitely trying to cut out meats. I haven't had any meat in like 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm working on that. I haven't smoked in 4 days because it seems like the smoking is flaring it up even worse. What's up, Pedro? Yeah, I'm probably, after I do this, I'm probably going to go try to walk him. I am going to go try to probably walk him after I finish this live stream. Just going to the post office just now was kind of traumatic for me, so it just made me want to come on here and do this and see what everybody has to say here. Yeah, meditation is something I'm looking into. I actually looked up some anxiety groups in my area last night. I'm thinking about going and trying to join an anxiety group. To just, because I don't, I've never really, the only person I've really talked about this to, honestly, is Pedro. Like, Pedro kind of knows how fucked up my head is. But I don't really tell anybody about it. I even kind of hide a lot of it from my fiance because I don't want her to fucking freak out that I'm losing my mind, I feel like, I lost what I was saying. Completely just lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I don't know. Shit's really fucked up. And, when you're in it and you don't talk to anybody about it because, you don't feel like a strong person anymore. I've always been, my entire life, I've always been a really strong-minded, outgoing, energetic, getting things done type of person. And I don't feel like that person anymore. I have to force myself to do things. It's not like when I used to wake up and be like, yeah, today, let's go do this and do that and make this and get that done and get this shit done and go see this person and do that. Now I wake up and it's like, oh man, do I really have to leave my house to go do this? Can I avoid getting this done today? Why does this need to be done? And it's not the same. It makes you feel weak, and it makes you feel like less of a person. And it makes you feel like if you express yourself, people, aren't going to understand, because if you don't deal with it, you don't understand it, because I never would have understood what's going on in my head right now if I hadn't had to deal with it. So, I grew up in the ghetto. Being tough is always something that's had to be a part of who I am. So showing a weakness is something I've never wanted to do in my life, because showing weakness gets you fucked up where I'm from. So I've been scared to show weaknesses. And this is a massive weakness. It's fucking terrifying, massive weakness. So, you don't think people are going to understand you. You feel weak, feel vulnerable, and it's hard to get it out there. But after yesterday and talking all day to this person on Instagram, I just kind of felt like I had to get on here. That's kind of what, that's the reason this channel is not doing anything anymore. It's because I don't have the motivation right now to do it. I just don't have the motivation to go out and film. So I know you guys saw the Hippie Fest video, some of you anyway. Music festivals have always been a second home for me. I've been going to music festivals since like 2007. I've went to a lot of them. I've always felt the most relaxed, the most at home, and the most comfortable ever at music festivals. They've always been like where I just feel like I belong. And I went to Hippie Fest a couple weeks ago, and the whole day I felt like shit. I was anxious. I was paranoid. I couldn't talk to anybody. And, that really fucked with my head too, because I thought, if there's anywhere on the planet that I'm going to feel comfortable, it's going to be at a music festival, because that's where it's always been. But it didn't happen. And I walked around all day, and I took shitty video, and I took some pictures, and I came home and, made the best video I could out of it. I'm not really happy with it because I couldn't concentrate on what I was doing, because all I could think about all fucking day was how much of a panic attack I was having and how good I didn't feel. Same thing with the Japanese video. AJ said he likes the Japanese video. I'm not happy with that video. I still made it and put it out because I felt like I needed to, and I spent the whole day and spent money going there and spent the whole day trying to record. And I was actually with another content creator that day, which was nice. I met up with somebody new in my area, and we hung out for the day, and that was nice. And I had actually not too bad of a day. I think maybe because I was hanging out with somebody, and I kind of felt comfortable with that person because we were doing the same thing. But I still didn't enjoy it like I should have. Super Pinga, I'm trying. I'm definitely trying to stay active at home and out of the house. It's just, I really, really have to not even convince. I have to force myself to do things. I had to, am I intuitive? What is it? I don't know, Bear. I mean, I feel like I'm pretty intuitive. What do you mean by that? Intuitive about what? Here, I haven't even been reading chat. Give me a second. I'm going to go here and try to read chat for a second. Bear, you do Reiki? Okay. Diesel, that might not be a bad idea. Headphones might not be a bad idea for my walks. I haven't really thought about that. That might be a good idea. Hills, Lawn, and Landscape. Yeah, like I was trying to pay attention to this vet yesterday, this doctor that was telling me about medications I need to give my dog, and I just couldn't even focus on her. I couldn't even look her in the face. I couldn't focus on what the fuck she was saying. And you see the thoughts in your head, man. I know people say that, but it's so hard to believe because it feels like it feels like there's something physically wrong with my brain. It doesn't feel like my thoughts are fucking me around. It feels like there's actually something wrong with my fucking brain. I'm still trying to go. Hey, Pacololo, good to see you, man. Bear, I don't think I do, man. Pick up energy from people. I don't think I do, because I've been alone my whole life. My dad left when I was 3. My mom was, she tried to be there, but she was really young and she was a party girl. And she died when I was young. I found my mom dead on our couch when I was 14 years old. Came home from school and found my mom dead on my couch. And the only person I had after that was my grandma, and she was a raging alcoholic and didn't want anything to do with me. And she put me in a boys' home, and I sat there for 2.5 years. And then I got out and was completely on my own at 17 years old. So I've been completely on my own since I was like 13, 14 years old. And, I've never really been an emotionally connected person. It's really hard for me to love somebody. It's really even hard for me to actually honestly care a lot about somebody. I don't miss people. Like, I can get to know somebody, become really good friends with them, hang out with them for a couple of years, and then leave, and then not even miss them. Like, I don't know if that's something else wrong with me, but like, I don't have, I don't know. I don't make those kind of connections, I feel. 9-inch Cola's water is literally all I drink. I don't drink soda. I don't drink tea. I have a glass of almond milk with super greens in it every morning. But other than that, all I drink is water. I drink at least a gallon a day. So yeah, I don't know if I'm a good for picking up energy off of people, because I'm kind of a loner. Kind of a loner. Sorry, guys. I answer this message real quick. It's the person I've been talking to today and yesterday. He's kind of been talking me through this. I'm going to tell him that I'm doing this live stream right now. I don't think he knows because I don't see him in chat. Yeah, like, I don't miss people. I don't, I think I had the capacity to love and feel lost for people at one point. I've lost so many people in my life, and then I let one female really get a hard grip on my heart when I was in my early 20s, and she decimated me. We were together for 3 years. And I came to her apartment one day and found her fucking well, not that it matters, but I found her fucking a black guy. It shouldn't matter he's black. I found her fucking another dude after we had been together for 3 years. I had a key to her apartment because I helped her pay for the fucking thing. So I walked her in her apartment and she's in there fucking some other dude. So I beat the fuck out of the dude, screamed at her, and vowed to myself to never let another person break my heart. And I kind of became a cold, callous motherfucker in my heart at that point, I think. And I haven't really ever felt true love for anybody since then. I think it's fucked up. It's fucked up. My brain is fucking mess right now. You were in a boys' home too, Fisher? Yeah, I got put in a place called Dakota Boys Ranch in Dutso, Missouri. I was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, and this place was about an hour and a half away from St. Louis. My grandma threw me in this place about a month after my mom died. Never came and visited me for the 2.5 years I was there. I was in there with kids that were crazy. I was in there with kids that were in there for burning their houses down or killing their pets or trying to murder their parents, or kids with extreme psychosis. And the only reason I was there is because my grandma didn't want to deal with taking care of me. There was nothing wrong with me at that point, except for my mom was dead. So that was hard on me too. But I went, all through. I've been in life and death situations. I've been in prison. I've done a lot of fucked up things to people in my life, and up until I was 35, 5 years ago, I never had any actual mental problems until that breakdown I had in Whole Foods. And I don't know, it was cumulative stress, or I don't know what happened, but my life's been hard since then. My life's been hard since then. And I've tried a lot. I moved to Colorado because I thought maybe that would give me a fresh start and help me get over my mental problems. I'd only been dealing with them for about a year at that point. I had been planning on moving to Colorado for a couple of years already, but I was, saving money and trying to get there. And that 10 grand I lost was part of the money that I was saving to move to Colorado. So that really fucked me over. My dog dying and wrecking my car and all that shit. And I really thought getting to Colorado would be a fresh start for me, and I would be growing legally, and I wouldn't have to worry about my door being kicked in or anything like that. And I really thought it would help me out. And it just didn't. I didn't enjoy Colorado. I wasn't happy there. It just didn't work for me. So I think that kind of hurt me a little bit too. Oh, I know I need to see a psychologist. I can't afford one, though. I don't have health insurance. I'm pretty broke. I can't really afford a psychologist, which is why I'm going to try to join one of these support groups, I think. I think the thing that really scared me yesterday was seeing stars. I just started seeing stars out of nowhere in the vet's office, and that's really scary. Yeah, we got almost 50 people in here. Appreciate that. I know my channel's been dead for a while. I only post one random-ass video every once in a while, and I'm never in the videos anymore. I get invited to do live streams all the time. I get invited to Pedro's. I get invited to the EO. I get invited to all kinds of live streams. But I don't feel this is making me anxious, but I feel like I have to do it. Yeah, like stars when you stand up. Yeah, but I wasn't I was just sitting there, and then stars just hit me, and they lasted for about 20 seconds, and then I started having the panic attack, and had to get up out of there. I'm going to go back up and try to get caught up on chat again. I'm not growing, no. I'm in a red state. I'm not growing. I haven't grown anything since I left Colorado. I have my vegetable garden out in the backyard, which has been pretty good, but I'm actually been slacking on that for the last week or two because I haven't felt good. Yeah, Diesel, that's the Super Greens I drink too, the chocolate flavored one, yeah. Bear Ground says I have to break that contract. I don't know how to break that contract, Bear. I don't know how. It's been there for 20 years, man. I don't even let my lady in all the way. She's been with me almost a decade. If anybody deserves to be all the way in, it's her. But I still don't even let her all the way in. because I don't want to freak her out, you know? There are people that pay for stars. Yeah, I used to pay for stars too, but you expect them then. When it happens and you're not expecting it, it's fucking scary. And you haven't done any drugs. I have mild hallucinations a lot. I see things, not things, I guess. I see like flashes of light that aren't there. I see like shadows that aren't there. I have floaters. I don't know if any of you guys deal with floaters, but about the same time I started having anxiety attacks, I started getting floaters in my vision, and that used to really scare me. Those don't really scare me anymore. They're just more of a nuisance now because I kind of understand them now because I did research on them and, you know, all that other good shit. But at first, the floaters used to fucking terrify me. Yeah, that's my thing with psychologists too, is I'm scared they're just the one time I did go to a doctor to talk about them, to talk about this. Um, all they wanted to do was give me a prescription for Xanax. I'm telling the dude, like, I don't want a fucking prescription for Xanax, bro. I need somebody to talk to me and tell me what's wrong with me and work through this. And they're just like, nope, here's Xanax. And I'm like, I don't fucking want your Xanax. So that's the only thing I could get out of somebody. So that's kind of maybe one of the reasons I haven't done that too. Because I don't want Xanax. Yeah, I know. The floaters are from ocular. I have scintillating scotoma, which is an ocular migraine condition. Pedro knows about these migraines. Again, he's one of the only people I really talk to too much about this. But he knows about my migraines. They start off with blurry vision in my right eye. Usually, I get like a very blurry vision for like a half hour. Then I get a massive headache in the back of my head for a few hours, and then I usually get nauseous and have to throw up and go to sleep. So that's my ocular migraine thing I also deal with. It also started around the same time. I only get one every couple of months. I had my last one a few days ago, actually. It was a pretty bad one. Yeah, Xanax is not. The change in your diet may be having an effect on your psyche. You may have some old drugs stored in your fat, and as you metabolize your older fat stores, you may be releasing. Is that actually a thing? Is that actually like a sign? Are you just making that shit up, Adam, or you have some scientific basis behind that? Because I've done a lot of fucking drugs in my life. A lot. I've done a lot of drugs. Absolutely true, huh? Well, I've definitely done a lot of fucking drugs in my life, and I'm fat as fuck. So who knows? I could have all kinds of shit stored up in my body then, I guess. I've done a lot of acid and a lot of mushrooms and a lot of DMT and a lot of fucking ecstasy and Molly and opium. I've done a lot of fucking drugs in my life. I haven't done any in a while, but I have done a lot of fucking drugs. Yeah, I'm trying to exercise and detox. I don't know about fasting. I'm not much of a faster. I got to do something that's, I've come to realize overdoing diets, you can't really do a diet. You have to make a lifestyle change, and it has to be something that you can live with. I can't live with fasting. I can't live with vegan. I think I can live with vegetarian. So that's my I'm aiming for is vegetarian. I have not tried just CBD. No, I haven't. I also haven't smoked anything in 4 days, so I'm probably going through some type of a mild relapse, I would imagine, because I've been smoking every day for 25 years. Actually, I think today is day 5 of not smoking anything. So I'm wondering if that might have something to do with the extremity of how I'm feeling yesterday and today. Because, I smoke every day to kind of numb it, and I haven't smoked in 5. Today's day 5. I haven't smoked in 4 solid days, so I'm wondering if that is playing a role as well. It's B, C, A, B, C, D, and E combined, brother. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to look into raw too. I do need to eat more raw. I don't eat enough raw, and I eat too many carbs. And I've been trying to cut the carbs down. I've been trying to eat more raw fruits and vegetables. But it's something I really have to focus on and push myself to do, which I have. I've been working on it, but that's going to be a slow process. Check out Eric Berg. Okay, I'll do that. Definitely do that. Ugh. What's up, Bingo? Cheers. Sorry I haven't given all you guys shout outs. I know I appreciate all you guys that are in here. I just don't feel like doing the Davey, your boy, pop boy, blah, 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 blah thing right now. I'm just not feeling it. Yeah, the support group, I think, is I lost my train of thought again. I've been having troubles concentrating on things lately too. Try what, Pedro? I didn't see what you're talking about. Try what? I don't even really know much about keto. What is keto? I'm going to look. I mean, I've always heard of keto, but I don't really ever. Low carb diet, fat burning machine, weight loss, health, and performance. I'd have to do everything but the meats. I'm really trying to get away from meats. I've had a rough life, man. I have had a rough life, but I've always been really good at dealing with the stresses of a rough life. But I feel like I'm not good at it anymore. Adam being strong enough to share some big steps, and that's why I'm doing it. I really don't want to be doing this right now. Everything in me is telling me to hit the stop broadcast button. Everything in me. But I know that I have to at least express what I'm going through, or you know, I scared myself the other day. I walked up to my old lady and I just kind of blurted out, I understand why people commit suicide. I've never understood suicide in my life. I always just thought it's because you were weak or some. I don't know. I just never understood suicide. And after dealing with this, I completely 100% understand suicide. I'm not saying I feel like I want to do it or anything, but I completely 100% understand why people do it. 100%. Feeling a little panicky right now. You gotta give me a minute. Hate feeling like this. Oh, fuck, man. And I struggle with the fact too that I'm in a place in my life physically. I'm physically in a place in my life right now that I've tried to get to for a long time. I have a good relationship. I have a nice place. I have a lot of cool stuff that I can use to make nice content. And I feel like I should enjoy all these things a lot more than I do. So I struggle with that as well. I got a really nice camera a couple weeks ago. I got a really good gimbal for my camera last week. And I haven't, the old me would have took that camera and that gimbal and been out 10 hours a day filming, having fun, doing everything. I haven't hardly went out at all with this new stuff. I got $1,200 worth of new camera equipment that I haven't even hardly used because I can't seem to make myself go out and use it. I struggle with that too. Yeah, my thing with not eating meats right now is not necessarily that I'm against eating meat. It's just I'm really against the way I'm against the way we treat our meat is my big issue. I've watched a lot of videos of cow mills and chicken mills and pig mills and slaughterhouses, and we're horrible, 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 horrible people the way we treat our animals. And that's my main thing with meat right now. Like if I knew the farmer and he told me this was Bessie, she was happy her whole life. I think I'd be okay. But watching these videos of the way we treat our meat is horrible. And not only is it horrible, the animals are miserable their entire lives. So how good can that meat actually be? It can't be good. And it's pumped full of antibiotics, which are not good for us. 80% of the antibiotics made in the world are used on American meat. So our meat is fucked. I'm not a hunter or a fisher. I don't like killing stuff. I feel bad when I kill a bug. Go figure. I was this gangster my whole young life. Fucking used to beat the shit out of people and sell drugs and rob people. I did all kinds of fucked up shit when I was young and had no mental repercussions about it. But now if I see a spider, I put that motherfucker in a jar and take him outside and make sure he's okay, Hunting's not... Me and Pedro have talked about this. And, I don't want to put Pedro's business out there too much, but I told him, I asked him one day, how do you do it? How do you go out there and kill animals? And he told me a story about one day he had a bad kill and it fucked him up real bad. And he had a bad day about it. And I feel like even if I had a good clean kill, I'd have a really fucked up bad day behind it. What up, Chaotic? Yeah, well, that would have worked when we lived an hour from each other, Pot Pie. That's not the case anymore. We live a long, long part away from each other now. That's what I'm talking about. Factory farming is fucking... It's insane. It has nothing to do with life. It is literally just... It's a factory like they're making phones or something. I have been eating produce from my garden. I got a lot of tomatoes, a lot of sweet peppers, a lot of bell peppers, jalapenos, herbs, basil, rosemary, parsley. I've been consuming a lot of those. I have been. Not so much the tomatoes because I'm not really a tomato fan. Not raw anyway. I do grow green. I don't get a massive amount of exercise, but I do force myself to go walk my dog around the park for about an hour every morning, almost every morning. I do force myself to do that. I just got a really long email from somebody. I'm going to have to read that here in a little while. Honestly, no, not really, Pedro. I don't really. Davey, I kind of agree with that. I feel like if I had something that I had to get done for someone else, I'd be more motivated to go out and do it. I think you're right on that point. I completely agree with that. Completely agree with that. Oh, man. Melty, my brother, what's going on, man? Oh, we're just in here talking about anxiety and depression, something I know that you deal with too, brother. Yeah, Davey, that's my thing too. The way we treat the meat is so bad, and the meat can't be healthy for you because it's just pumped full of hormones and all the and antibiotics, and all the animals have fucking big fucking nasty growths on them and shit. It's fucking disgusting. Crazy echo, really? Shouldn't be. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys too, Ned, for sure. Even though I don't really feel any better for doing this, right? Doing this is not making me feel any better right now, believe me. But hopefully it's a step to start feeling better. And then I found out some bad news yesterday about my dog. Well, I guess not found out. I already knew. So a couple months ago, he started getting this little growth on the outside of the tip of his ear. And I went and got looked at yesterday, and they said it needs to come off. They said they need to surgically remove it. And it's going to be about $600, which I don't have right now. But I'm not growing anymore. Really dynamic? Huh. Yeah, I know, Source. That's one of the reasons I'm trying to work on changing my diet too and exercise more. Fuck, I lost my train of thought again. There was something else I wanted to say, and I just fucking lost it. Am I a spiritual person? No, not really. Oh, so I need to get $600 together for the surgery for my dog. Um, so I'm gonna try to sell a bunch of stuff that I don't need. I'm not growing anymore, and I may never grow again. Who knows? But I have a shit ton of seeds I don't need, so I'm going to try to sell. I've tried to sell them a few times. It seems like nobody's buying seeds right now. I have all these Photon Phantom lights I don't need. I've got 6 3-board 240-watt strips that are, like 600-watt equivalents. Don't need them. They're just sitting in the basement. I got a bunch of fans and filters and tents and basically all my grow equipment I don't need anymore. So I'm going to try to sell some of that to raise this money to get the surgery for my dog. I don't really want to talk about that here because that's not what this is about. But it's just another little thing that I'm thinking about right now that's just fucking with my head a little bit right now. Right on, Bingo. I've got $10,000 worth of seeds in my refrigerator. Legit, like 10, maybe more. I've tried to sell them a few times as $100 packs or as a package deal and shit on IG, and nobody ever hits me up on them. I had somebody offer me $500 for my old tackle box once, and I just had to laugh at that because there's literally $10,000 worth of seeds in there, and this dude's like, "I'll give you $500." But again, that's not what this stream's about, so I don't really want to talk about that. But it was something else that kind of compiled onto me yesterday. Because I feel bad for him, he doesn't deserve to have to deal with that. Look, if I got to sell my stuff to take care of my dog, that's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer if I have to sell my stuff to take care of my dog. Stuff is just stuff. My dog is my dog, No, I built the lights. I built my lights. He sent me the boards, but I built the lights. I bought the drivers. I bought the frames. I put them all together, wired them on I built the lights. I just got the boards from Photon. Right on, Hillis. Have a good day, man. No, I built all the lights myself. I bought the drivers. I bought the frames. Photon he hooked me up with the boards. I'm not gonna lie about that. Photon hooked me up with the boards, for shout outs and usage in the videos, and just because he was part of the resistance and my homie and all that stuff. But I bought everything else and put them together myself. Pacalo, I might do an auction. I'm not going to do it on this stream because, again, that's not what this stream's about. I did build them on a live stream. I did. But maybe I'll do a different stream or something to raise the money for his surgery. How long have we been live, you guys? It doesn't tell me. One of you guys will have to tell me. $54 minutes? Okay. I only wanted to do about an hour. That's why it's called Anxiety Hour. So I'll probably only go for another 5 minutes or so. But I might start doing these. I don't know how regularly or consistently. But it is nice to know, as much as I don't want anybody else to deal with what I'm dealing with, it is comforting to know that somebody else knows about it, which is kind of a selfish thing to say, I guess. Because really, I wouldn't wish this upon anyone. Because it fucking sucks. First thing you need to do is take responsibility and pay for your own shit. I'm pretty sure I pay for my own shit. I'm pretty sure every single thing that's in this house I paid for. So I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say with that. What that's supposed to mean. The fact that I don't just have an extra $600 sitting around for an unexpected surgery doesn't mean I don't pay for my own shit. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Everything I have, I paid for. Nobody gives me anything. So I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Well, yeah, by selling some of the stuff that I own. Is that not an okay way to raise money? Is by selling some of the things that you paid for with your own money? Is that against your ethics or something? Yeah, my dog needs a surgery. I'm going to raise money by selling my shit to pay for my dog's surgery. I don't see the problem with that. If you wouldn't sell some of your stuff to pay for one of your loved one's surgeries, then there's something wrong with you. No, I'm not. No GoFundMe. The entire conversation was I have all this stuff that I don't need because I don't use it anymore, and I'm going to sell it. That was the entire conversation. Right on, CW. Have a good day, brother. Sorry for snapping, but I just my tolerance for bullshit is like 0 right now. Now, as Pop Pie, that's one thing I've never done on my channel. I've never been a person that bans people. Because I have a strong belief in freedom of speech. So you can say whatever the fuck you want in my chat. Doesn't mean I'm not going to jump on your head and yell at you. But I'm not going to boot you because that's not who I am. I don't feel like anybody's freedom of speech needs to be squashed in any situation. So no, everybody else does that shit. I don't do that shit. Never have, never will. No, there's already too much stifling of freedom of speech in this country as it is. And I did do a GoFundMe once. When I found out I had testicular cancer a few years ago and needed money to get my surgery, I definitely fucking did a GoFundMe because I don't have health insurance. And they were literally not going to remove the cancer from my body unless I paid for the surgery. So I totally did a GoFundMe to pay for my cancer surgery. 100%. I wasn't anybody socially yet. None of you guys knew me at that point. I don't even think I knew Pedro yet. Maybe I knew Pedro. I don't know. But yeah, I totally did a GoFundMe when I found out I had cancer. The motherfuckers were going to let me die. They were going to let me die. I looked the doctor straight in the face. He's like, you need $900 or we're not going to do this surgery. And I looked the doctor in the face. I was like, so you're telling me you're going to let me die over 1 week of your pay? Not even a week of your pay. You probably make $900 in a couple days, right, doctor? You're going to let me die over a couple days worth of your pay? He's like, no, I didn't say I'm going to let you die, so I'm not going to do a surgery. I was like, bitch, that's saying you're going to let me die. What the fuck? Don't mince your words. I was like, be a man and tell me that you're going to let me die over $900 fucking dollars. And he wouldn't do it, but I came home and started a GoFundMe so I could pay for it. Casey, what's up, brother? Yeah, Casey is one of the people that helped with that. His wife was actually the one that set up the GoFundMe. I actually didn't even set the GoFundMe up. I actually said that wrong. I didn't set the GoFundMe up. Casey Dean, his wife, who is my sister, my fiance's ex-sister-in-law, I guess it is actually one that set up the GoFundMe for me. Well, I made you look at the post-op pic, yeah. I don't know if I knew. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, $900. That motherfucker was going to let me die over $900. Fucking crazy. So I used the GoFundMe. We raised I think it was like $1,200 or $1,300 on the GoFundMe. So it paid for the surgery and like the medicine, post-op fucking medicine and stuff like that. So that actually GoFundMe saved my life, potentially. Casey, I'm not raising money right now. I'm just talking about my anxiety and depression right now. Yesterday I took Zeppelin to the vet, and he has a growth on his ear that needs to be surgically removed. So I'm gonna sell some of my shit on another stream to get the money together to get his surgery done. Right. I made you look at a pre-op pic? I did? Oh, no. I don't remember making you look at the pre-op pic. I definitely remember making you look at the post-op. Well, the pre-op was probably easier to look at. Yeah, I was scared. I woke up and my fucking left testicle was 2 to 3 times the size it was when I went to bed. Like literally overnight, my testicle doubled in size. Poor Pedro. I've put Pedro through so much shit. Pedro, I think I've put you through more shit than anybody I know. I've put Pedro through the ringer in our little 3-year friendship. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, I mean, you don't forget seeing another man's swollen testicle anytime soon after it happens, I'm sure. Well, Pedro was just a victim of circumstance. He was the closest person to me, so he got the brunt of all my bullshit while I was in Colorado. Me and Pedro went through our things. We went through some really good friendship building, bonding, trust bonding, forever friendship things, and then we've been through some I fucking hate you things at the same time. So me and Pedro have been through some shit in our little 3-year friendship. I made Pedro a nice meal once. He complained that there was onions in it, but he still ate it. All right, Paclo, I'll put them up. You know, I'm trying to figure out a price to put on them. You know, that's fair for me and everybody else, and it'll get me the money I need. And to include, I don't know how much it's going to cost to ship those things, Pacalo, or even how to ship them. That's going to be something I'm going to have to look into. But I know if you went and built one of these setups I have yourself, it would have been $170 for the boards. I think the drivers were like $200 a piece. The frame, the wiring harnesses. You know, I think if you were to build them, they would cost you $400 to $500 a piece. So I think if I can get $250 a piece for them, I think I'd be okay with that. $250 for 3 light strips, frame, 3 boards, power supply, wire. I mean, everything's there. You're wondering, dude, I've got so much shit in my refrigerator. So much shit on my refrigerator. Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't know how to break the seeds up. You know, I offered some really good $100 packs a few months ago. Like I had like $400 worth of seeds in $500 packs, and nobody bit. Like I had a pack of North, a pack of Jinx, blue tangerines, some other shit, all in like $100 packs, and nobody got any. So I was just like, well, fuck it. If you're not gonna buy $300 to $400 worth of shit for $100, man, fuck that. I still have some puzzle piece. I feel weird about selling the puzzle piece though. You know what I'm saying? I feel weird about selling the puzzle piece. And there's some seeds in there I feel weird about selling. I feel weird about selling any of the land and air stuff because they were personal gifts from him to me, and we're homeboys. And I feel weird about the puzzle piece. There's not a lot of puzzle piece left because we auctioned off, 80% of them got taken care of in the auction for Northwest Families for Autism. But I still probably have 100 puzzle piece seeds. And I feel weird about getting any of a monetary gain out of the puzzle piece because that's not what they were made for. But at the same time, they're just sitting there, So it's like, fuck, what do I do? But that being said, I have a ton of shit that I don't feel bad about selling. Puzzle pieces, fire, nice. See, all this stuff's from the garden. Peppers, tomatoes, jalapenos, these little sweet peppers, these Romas. All this stuff's from the garden. Garden food. Just so you guys can see this, this is my estimate for the surgery for my dog. It is $567.37 is the estimate. No, Northwest, you must not have been around. We bred the puzzle piece specifically to raise money for Northwest Families for Autism, Miss Rose and Jinx's organization. They came on. We did a live stream for it. Miss Rose and Jinx came on. We auctioned off a lot of puzzle piece seeds. We raised a lot of money. And Miss Rose was able to buy like, I think she told me she ended up getting 10 iPads out of the money we raised with the puzzle piece. So that is where all the money from puzzle piece went, Northwest Eddies. There's just a few left over because we didn't sell. All of them didn't get purchased. But here is the, there's the stash box. I've got a bunch of Trichome Jungle stuff. Shitload of Jinx-proof stuff. Heroes of the Farm. Bunch of North. I got some TGA stuff. There's some of the puzzle pieces that are left over. Yeah, Miss Rose said they ended up getting like 10 iPads. We did a really good job. Oh, okay. Oh, you said from the remaining ones. Okay, I see what you're saying, Northwest. I see what you're saying. Auction off the rest of the puzzle piece and then use half of it for my dog and half of it just send to them. That might be a good idea. That might be a good idea. What is some of my favorite stuff in here? I don't think I have best friend. No. Let me see what all my Jinx stuff is. I have Tenfold, NYC, New York City Diesel across a 9-pound, Funny Bone crossed a Hit Girl, Hammered, Hubba Bubba. I got 1 pack of 9-pound Hammer. Mother Tongue. Oh, I do have a Best Friend OG. I have 1 Best Friend OG 6-pack right there. True Love, Nomad, and another Tenfold. Oh, man. My favorite thing in here, honestly, I think it's not going to be that hard for me to pick. It's probably this pack right here that I paid $125 for. The original Cindy 99 came straight from Grim Dog's hand at a cannabis event. These were handed to me straight from Grim. Pack Cindy 99. And then, next in line would probably be, damn it, fucking pig. Get out of there. Fucking bitch broke into the refrigerator. Right? We have to have a lock on the fucking refrigerator. And I went in there a few minutes ago to get this out and forgot to lock it, and she's in there tearing shit out of the refrigerator. Yeah, I don't know. As far as what my favorite stuff, there's just so much. There's so much. I've got so much North genetics. You know, Jay Blizz and North are my family. I fucking love those guys. So the North stuff is some of my favorite stuff. I've got a bunch of really fire shit from Land and Air. I've got a shit ton of Mad Cats. I've got some fucking TGA stuff. I've got this pack of Ting from MTG. If y'all don't know nothing about that, that's the super hot fire right there. I have one of the very first original packs of Mendo Dope handed to me straight from the boys at one of the, I think it was the Emerald Cup. I walked up to them, was like, "What's up, boys?" They're like, "Hey, one of the very first releases of the Mendo." And there's the pack they gave me. That's the very first release of the Mendo. I still got blue tangerines, too. Yeah, I've got a lot of shit in here, you guys. Then I've even got some shit that's not cannabis. Indeedly, I do. I've got some trophy hunter shit that you can't get anywhere. Got some Bubba Jack from HBK. Can't get that shit anywhere. No, I'm not playing. I've got $10,000 worth of seeds in here. And then I have some of these other things. I have 2 strains of Poppy. Hawaiian Wood Rose. I have this big bag of State of Colorado certified hemp seed. Yeah, I've got a shitload of beans in here, you guys. There's no getting around that. I'll do something. I'll put together something to auction some of these off. And we'll get the money together for Zeppelin. I'm not going to do it on this stream, though. But yeah, I definitely have an exuberant amount of seeds here. So if I could get rid of a good portion of these, that would make me happy. Because I don't need them anymore because I'm not growing. Sid, I might do that, man, because you're good at stuff like that. I'm not good at that shit. Exactly. That's why I'm trying to get rid of them, Headies, because I'm not going to be able to grow them. And, you know, in another 12 months, you know, they might not be viable. So I do keep them in the fridge and a dark locked case. So I am doing everything I can to preserve them. But yeah, I'm probably get together with Sid. And that's come here, Zeppelin. Come here. He's scared of me right now because I had to put shit in his ears earlier. But you can see. Let me see if I can get it in the camera. Come here. See that lump right there? That's what has to come off. You guys see that? That's what has to come off. Now he's excited. So, I don't know how good you guys could see that lump, but that lump's what needs to come off of his ear. And then after they cut it off, they have to biopsy it to see if it's malignant or not, you know? Because it could be a malignant tumor. But they won't know until they get it off and do a biopsy. So that's my main goal right now, is to get that sliced off. Yeah, it's about a dime-sized lump. Yeah, it's about that big, I'd say. That's like a perfect ball on his ear, like a perfect sphere. Well, not perfect, but spherical. So that has to come off. It has to come off. So that's my main objective right now, is to make sure that that thing comes off his ear and he's okay. If that means I have to sell my seeds or my lights or my tents or whatever the fuck I need to sell, that's what I'm going to do. He's not even old. He's only 4. That's why it bothers me, because he's only 4 and it keeps getting bigger. Let me see, north. Let me get all the north out here and see what all I have. That can't be right. I know I had more north than that. Did I sell a bunch of the north stuff already? Yeah, I thought I had a shit ton of north stuff, but I guess maybe I sold some of it already. It looks like I only have 3 packs of north right now. I know I had more than that, and I thought I did. Well, I guess all I have for north right now is Zero Gravity, a Smurfzilla, and a Moneyberry. Zero Gravity, Smurfzilla, and Moneyberry. What up, D-Man? All right, guys. Well, I appreciate all you guys. Sid, I'm going to get with you to see about setting something up for this. I'm going to get off here, you guys. I'm going to go try to do my walk at the park. I'm going to try to do my walk at the park with him. Because he needs it just as much as I do, because that motherfucker has the energy of 6 fucking crackheads. So, yeah, I'm going to go get these back in the fridge and go take this walk. Appreciate all you guys. Sid, I'll be hitting you up probably on Hangouts to see about getting something set up for this. And then I might start doing these anxiety hours somewhat regularly, because I know you guys like interacting with me, and I don't really do any of the stuff I used to do on this channel. So this is still a way for me to get things off my chest and for you guys to interact with me. So I think this might be a good thing, too, for all of us. So much love, everybody. Thanks for listening to my craziness. And thanks in advance for helping me with this so I can get my dog taken care of. Much love, everybody. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.